works. I'll give it a few seconds. It's always kind of a crapshoot, but I think I got this thing hopefully narrowed down pretty well. So if you're seeing me, hello. I'm just not seeing myself yet, but give me a few seconds here. I've always got to do the dance, you know. All right, it looks like we're live. It looks like we're good. All right, cool. Of course, I get an ad. Of course, but that's all right. That's what it's there for. Okay. Yeah, there we are. All right, I guess we are alive. I guess we're alive and well. We're doing all right. All right, for those of you who will be watching a little bit later, my name is Anthony Gray of Grayscale Painting. And today, I think I'll just nilly-willy just paint some wooden slats across this 11 by 15 inch double layered watercolor paper. Hello, Madonna, you see me. Hopefully you can hear me also. Good to see you. I was just checking out everything and I think we're good to go here. No StreamYard, it's just all webcasted today. So, what I'm gonna do today is, hopefully you guys can see without too many interruptions. I know we got a deep shadow there. It's just my, I got one of my lights covered there and I don't have the overhead light on. But I think it's still somewhat visible and you're not gonna see too much of my cranium. All right. Okay, I was doing a little adjusting of my art place here, getting a little more neat and all of that. And yeah, stuff like that. Simple palette again today. Cad red, sap green. I got some burnt sienna, black and white. All right. The glycerin will come a little bit later. I really don't need it right now. So what I'm gonna do, all right, yes, we even got chat today. I don't know what went on with yesterday's premiere. I would like to apologize about that. I don't know how that happened. I was there along with everybody else. Apparently they didn't see me right in the comment section. So it was really useless. I couldn't talk to anybody, answer any questions. So I just let it play out. I just signed out. I was just utterly disgusted. Hello, Shane. How are you? So once again, we're gonna make some wood paneling. There's no glycerin or anything like that. I'll just need water and some black. Get the wood grain in there. Then I'll separate it. Then I'll glaze over it with different colors or whatever, and maybe we'll put a leaf or two in there. Who knows? But I'll just concentrate on doing some wood grain. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with these type brushes. I'll put them on the lower screen where the paint is. You should be able to see them pretty good. See them? All right. They're comb brushes. All right. As you can see here, I'll twirl them around. All right, but that's what they are. They come in various sizes. I got, I know I got another one even smaller than this. Okay, they come in various shapes and all that good stuff. So, but I'll start with the smaller one here. And with these, they're good for doing hair and face or hair, fur. As you'll see, it'd be wood grain, whatever. I get a little bit of black. I'll put the black down here. And plenty of water, loosen up the paint, get it to an inky consistency. You're gonna need that. All right, I'm gonna put the paint's gonna go up into the thicker brushes. All right, so as I get it more and more loose, they'll be able to, I'll show it to you on here because I don't have too much of a mess yet. But as you know, it's an angle brush, so you can kind of stroke them and turn them, whatever, do all that type of stuff with it. All right, okay. Like I say, I'm gonna do wood grain. You can do wood grain in various ways that you feel comfortable in doing them. Okay, so. Kathy, how are you? I seen you over there whooping it up with Sandy. I love, every time she comes on, I just stop what I do and I listen to her. I put her on a big screen and look at her do her thing. Excellent, excellent, excellent crafter. She is. Very sweet person. For those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, her name is Just Sandy. And she has an auction every few weeks or so, and every once in a while I'll donate a bunch of paintings there to help out with her cause. It's really fun. It's great. You know, very sweet person. And if you want some jewelry, all handcrafted too. She does it right there on camera. They're very beautiful. She'll do your birthstones, all sorts of stuff. You ought to check her out. Really good stuff. All right, here we go. This is 11 by 15 inch double glued watercolor paper. All right, so it prevents from bowing and all of that. Okay, and what I'm going to do once again is just like different wood patterns and such. All right, yeah, you guys should be able to just about see me. I'll pull the camera back just a little bit so you guys can see the top here. Just like that. I'll lower it a little bit. Okay, that should be perfectly centered for everybody. Okay, I'm very peculiar about how the camera's set up, so you guys see more of the surface of the board or whatever, and less of me. All you need to do is see my, or hear my voice. Really, you don't even need to see my face, but people ask to see the front of my face, which is why the camera's there. Yes, she is amazing. You're right, Madonna. All right, and here we go. So what I'll do now, with a comb brush or a rake brush, whatever you want to call it, you can do your wood grain any variety of ways. Okay, I can take it, now this is an angled one, so I can take it and go straight down, or I can angle it. All right, so it's really whatever you want. Take your time with it. I'll just bring it down here like this. Just like that. I'll kind of spread them like this. Bring it back out. Go up, come around, spread them back out like just like that. Okay, just like so. So imagine a bunch of those, and that's what we're going to do. Now I'm using water with this thick black paint because I want the paint to dry. It needs to be dry rather quickly so I can add the colors or whatever I want to add to it. But as you can see, I'm just doing different patterns, different variations, just like this. Come on around like that. Okay, just like so. Now, if I chose to use regular India ink, it would come out even more spectacular. Because India ink is jet black. Okay, so it's a gentle dance between super dark, okay, and there we go. See, I'm just twirling the brush around, doing different patterns, different thicknesses you can really lay into it. Okay, now I do have black acrylic ink for airbrushing, which is black all the time. All right, and I don't have to really water it down. But it's, you know, really up to me how and up to you, whatever your preferences is. R is. Okay. Just like that. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm twirling it around, interesting little shapes or whatnot. Okay. I'll have one come out here like this, and I'll just kind of do one of these numbers, just like that. Get a little bit more ink here, or a little more paint. Dip into my water. When is she normally on? She's in Utah, so it's a few hours difference from me. She was on this morning. She might be on later on tonight. It's Just Sandy. Just type in your Yahoo search, or Yahoo, in your Facebook search, Just Sandy, JUSTSANDI. And her page will come up, and you hit that subscribe button. But she's usually on. You'll hear from her usually if she, you know, everything's well. She'll come on just about every day. Sometimes twice a day, all depends. Or she's a guest on somebody's panel. So really don't know. Hey Jay, how are you? Yes, it's just turned noon here in New York State, in the eastern half of the U.S. We're at 12 noon here. Like I say, I'm just varying different strokes. Now my black is turning gray because of the water. Like I say, I would usually use India ink for something like this, but I don't have to, not necessarily. It will look like wood panel when I'm done with it, so I'm not really worried. And if you want to try something like this, you shouldn't be worried either. You can style your wood paneling any way you want. I promise this will look like wood after a while, but I do have to I want the wood grain to be kind of black because of all the other colors that I will be putting in it. There will be thicker black lines, obviously, for the deep grooves and the slats of the wood that'll come a little bit later. I used to do quite a bit of these, not necessarily using the comb brush or the rake brush, whatever you want to call it. Like I say, it looks a little bit on the gray side, and that's fine right now. That's all good. There's nothing wrong with that. It'll darken up once you put other colors with it. The other colors will be put on more or less as a glaze, as a wash. That's where the glycerin will come in more or less. All right. Oh, let's do something here. Just like that. All right, and then we'll just build stuff off of that. Just like that. Come on here. And then we'll just play with it right from here. Just kind of separate it, just like that. Turn it around, flip it around, get all sorts of interesting patterns going. Like I say, it will look like a wood something when I'm done with it. This is one of these rare instances where I truly don't have anything going on. I'm pretty much caught up, and so I just get to paint and play, basically. You guys notice I don't have the Stay Wet palette. This is just a glass palette here, and I really enjoy the palette. I love it. My only downside is that, you know, I'm gonna have to get the saran wrap to if I have paint left over, I don't feel like really wasting paint, I will cover it, spray it, cover it, and it'll keep for a few days if I choose not to do anything with it. Oh, let's put a knot right here, and let's go back, put one in there like that, and we'll just kind of play with it like that. Just like that, and then we'll get something coming down there. It's good to see you guys here this morning, afternoon now. But as you see, with all these crazy lines that I'm doing, it does start to look like wood paneling. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't look much like anything at first. It can be a little frustrating because, you know, you're expecting it to look like something right away. Give it time, and continue to paint or to draw through your project there. Give it some time. It'll form. Okay, it'll form. Okay, something like that. All right, very easy to clean a brush like this. I have two water pails here. I got a literal pail with a Bob Ross metal rake in there, and then I have a smaller jar over here on the palette itself. I think you guys can see a piece of it right here. All right, okay, so once again, very thin paint because I want it to dry immediately, so when I put the slats in or whatever, okay, there's no smearing or anything like that. So hey Aurora, it's 18, what is that, 6:05 p.m. Where are you at? J. Marie. Yeah, I am it's 11:05 here, or I'm an hour behind Anthony. Yeah, Bixby is on my wall in the living room. Sweden, all right, gotcha. All right, well, all right, she's pretty much, she's not too far from Hoswina, actually. It's got to be early evening there where she is also. Okay, I'm not gonna use, now some people use a ruler, use tape, or use whatever. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just freehand the slats. Okay, and once again, I'll just use black. Okay, I do loosen the bristles. I'll just get some thicker paint here. Once again, just paint and water. Get yourself a flat brush that can maintain a pretty decent edge, sharp edge. Let's see if I aim it toward the camera here. Come down there. You guys can see. Go opposite there. You guys can see that a little bit. Bring it down there. All right, like that. Keep a pretty decent sharp edge there. Okay. All right. You just space it wherever you want. Now, if you're doing wood paneling this close, try not to do one right directly in the middle. Have it come a little off to the side there. So if this is the middle, come off of that for a little bit. Come here, give it a good press. Good press, and just come on straight down with it. Straight down, go straight down. I'm not looking for it to be exactly super perfect. It doesn't need to be. Okay. Then I'll put one right here at the edge, right here. Right here would be a good one. Make it a little thicker, try to keep it as straight as possible. As straight as you can anyway. Just like that. Let's get some more paint. I'm gonna loosen up this paint just a little bit, just dip my brush, only a fraction of it in the water. I got really thick black paint here. But as you can start to see, your eyes are kind of fill in everything else. Lines should be darker, it should be thicker. Just like that. Like I say, they don't have to be exactly super perfect or super straight. Okay, so it looks like old weathered wood going on there. I think I got room for maybe one more. I'll put it right here, close to the edge. You can double it, up to you. Like I say, it's all in what you perceive, what you really want in your wood grain wood panel. All right, very simple procedure, very simple technique to get a very convincing result. Okay. All right, and because I'm using water and acrylic paint, I do use acrylic paint. Grumbacher is my favorite. All right, the only thing I don't have that's Grumbacher on this palette is the white. Ironically, it's the white and the black. They're not Grumbacher. What is this black paint? I like it. It's artist loss. It's pretty thick paint there. The white paint is Winsor Newton, and I don't like it. It's just like it's not titanium white in my mind. It's like a beefed up craft white paint, and I'm not really impressed with it, but hey, I'll work with it till the tube is gone. Okay, once again, water and acrylic paint, it depends on the temperature of your room, on how fast it will dry. I think most of this is probably dry already. Okay, so I'll just chat with you and answer some questions if you guys have any. And because I need it to be nice and dry, so when I put the glycerin on there, it doesn't smear. I have industrial towels. I think some of you are familiar with what those look like. They're blue. You can pretty much use it more than once. Okay, but I think you guys know what these guys look like there. I'll probably end up getting a few of these rolls a little bit later on. And I'm just gonna kind of clean off this surface a little bit. Just wipe it on a towel. And I do like this glass palette for this reason. It's quick, easy cleanup. And it gives me something to do while this stuff permanently dries. And I just use my palette knife just to scrape it all up and get it out of there. That's all. No big deal, just need it just clean enough. Okay, you can have your fence any color you prefer. All right, but we're gonna play around with it. I'll sneak in other colors in there. All right, okay. Let's give it the overall color first, and then I'll start sneaking in stuff. Okay. All right, obviously you guys know with this brush, this is my go-to brush for just about everything. All right, now I'm gonna just take a little bit of glycerin. Now, this is watercolor paper, this is not canvas. Watercolor paper, all right. Untreated. And then I'll just get a thin layer going across this stuff. Very thin, very thin. Okay, this is the reason why I use water for the acrylic paint and not glycerin. Because the acrylic paint will dry much faster just using the water, that's all. Now, glycerin, vegetable glycerin is very reflective. Okay, but I know I got plenty of it on here, but it's not too thick. All right, and that's about all I need for that. And the overall color will be, I'll use the sienna here. I'll use the same brush, it doesn't matter at this stage. And I just lightly, look at this, see this? It's almost like a coloring book. Now remember, the glycerin will make your paint, it will make your paint, trying to find a word for it, transparent. I don't need it to be that dark yet. I can build up off of it though. Okay, that's no issue. But overall, I want this sienna look. Then we'll do other stuff in it. Okay, but right now that's just the overall coating of it. And if you notice, I'm not going across, I'm going the direction of the grain. You follow me? Does that make any sense? Okay, but now you got a totally different look now. Just, yeah, I do. I like the glass palette better. Okay, with the Stay Wet palette, you know, the paper moves around, it shifts around with my style of painting and everything, so that's why. With this, you know, I can move it around, I can wipe it away, it's not gonna do anything. So yeah, I like this a little better. Let's go into some of this Cad Red, just a little bit. When I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. Yeah, a little bit there. Okay, and we'll just kind of, you know, put a few little, okay, now that might look like a little much, but hold on, because we're gonna kind of, see this, just stain it a little bit. Okay, just stain it, just like that. Just stain it. Just like that. Okay. Now remember, with glycerin expands and spreads apart the color. So don't worry, don't panic, don't freak out. We're all right. I'm gonna even get away with a little bit of green, believe it or not. I'll pop a little green in here, just like that, somewhere in there, just like this. Now remember, you got colors mixing in with other colors. Okay. This is a very simple process to do this. Have it mix in and do all sorts of stuff with it there. So you see little bits of color sneaking in there. Okay, just like that. I'll even tap in lightly. Now, because of the glycerin, just be careful. I'm putting a little bit of black. All right, probably somewhere around in here. And it just gives me a nice little shade of darkness wherever you want. You know, a little bit of shade or something going on. You don't want it totally one color. So a very slight touch of black. You don't need very much. Pop it in here in the corner, go up a little bit, like that. See, because you can wipe it away a little, just like that. So I have it kind of aimed toward the bottom a little bit, like this. All right, don't panic. Everything's cool. Don't panic. I'll just mash it in there. And I'm still going in the up and down direction, same direction as the wood. Don't panic. Don't fret. You're okay. I swear you're fine. You'll be okay. Okay, just like that. So we're a little dark down here. Got a little bit of light going up there. Okay. Fret not, panic not. You're going to be fine. Everything's good. All right, let's take a little bit of sienna. We'll put it right here. Take a small touch of black. Small touch. We're going to just darken up that sienna just a little bit, like that. We'll grade up a little, just like so. Now, what am I going to do with this? Let's get a little more sienna. Well, we're going to add it to the overall picture, except for maybe this spot in here. With glycerin, you can just layer and layer and layer. Okay. And so we'll just kind of play around with that corner a little bit. I'm varying the strokes also. Just like that. And so some of that dark brown and black is being put on here just a little bit. And I'm varying my stroke pressure. Okay. Yeah, I still want it light over there for a reason. Because if I put plants or flowers in there, I'll probably put them up around that area. Okay, much like that. Okay. Just wiping off my brush. I got the beach towel on my lap here. Alrighty. Let's strengthen up some more of that black. Going back into my black. I'll put it right here where the brown is. It doesn't matter at this point. Now I have glycerin on here, so it's gonna. Now some of the glycerin is gonna dry over a while. Okay, and then I'm gonna just go back over where the dark spots are. That's the slats. Just like that. I don't have to make them as thick, but just in certain spots. The grooves should be the darkest thing. It's all right if your wood grain is faded a little bit. That's okay. But the slats where they meet and they butt up against each other should be a little dark. Okay. Give it a good press there, just like so. All right. All right. Let's do something else pretty neat. Let's take a little white. Let's kind of brown that white up a little bit. And let's see, I gotta get enough of it. We're gonna tint that white just a little bit. Don't make it totally white. You gotta brown it a little bit. simple techniques to help you out. It's going in with the black, a little bit of the black, but as you can see, it's gonna be brighter than obviously the white. We're gonna go either to the left or to the right of the black mark, the black line. And you don't have to overly highlight it, real thin line. As you can see, I don't have enough, believe it or not, I don't have enough white. It's still gotta be visible, and it's not visible yet. Something you just have to keep playing with. Just like that. Slightly behind the black divot there. Okay. Believe it or not, it has to be even brighter. It's still tinted with brown. It just has to be, it looks different on your palette than it does when you actually put it against other colors. So that's what's going on. Okay. Now remember, if it looks a little gaudy or a little too bright, keep in mind that this stuff will fade and dry flat. Okay. So be mindful of that. It will dry flatter than when you put it on. And so I'm just doing little high points, high spots of the wood being raised when they're butted up against each other. So I think you guys should see a little bit of that. And like I say, it's not totally white. I don't want it to be, but just a lighter version of the wood color. Okay. So hopefully you guys be able to see that. If you're not able to see it for the cameras, then I'll just make it a little brighter. Yeah, that might work here for you. And I don't have to do every one. And the thinner the line, you just use the angle, the slight corner of the brush, either corner. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm pushing against the paint, as you can see, just getting a bunch right on the edge of the brush. And I'll just use the corner, get a nice thin line going, just like that. And I think that should work. That should work fine. Yep. Yeah, Josefina was working on something very lovely. The woman with the flowers. All right. So I'm looking at it here, and I feel personally that I probably can get away with it being a touch darker. Just a touch in certain spots. But that's just me. And I think I'm gonna go for it. Artistic license. So once again, I'll just wipe off the excess here. I can tell that some of my paint's starting to dry, so I'm gonna go the other way. The brown and the black is starting to dry on the palette, so scrape it off here. Like I said, this is one of the rare instances where I actually just get to kind of play around a little bit. I'm not really in a particular rush, don't have anywhere to go, therefore I did all my little cooking for the dinner and housework and everything. I cook pretty early, and so I get to really devote my time to the craft today and just chill and talk. But nobody's talking. You guys can talk to me. Nobody talks to me. I'm going to take a little bit of black right here. I'll put it right here, and some glycerin. The glycerin, once again, remember, glycerin will make your paint transparent. That's all I'm looking for, a little transparency here. So basically, almost a little more glycerin than black. All I need really is a shadow color. And I'll just go from the bottom. And very lightly, I'll just kind of, see this? I'll just kind of especially around the corner. I'll come down a little bit. I just want it a little darker, that's all. In certain spots, you don't have to do every single grain or anything like that, but go in the direction of the grain, okay, just like any other painting, okay. And I want it a little darker here. Here in this corner is kind of there. For some reason I got it all dark here, so we're just going to continue with that. I'll kind of fade it here, there. But see, now you got that area right there, okay. All right, and I'll leave it be somewhat like that. There, I'll leave it alone. Now remember, with glycerin, it expands, so you won't see as many streaks that you would think you'll see. It won't. The glycerin acts like a retarder and a extender at the same time. It keeps the paint wet longer, acrylic paint, and you can blend with it and all that fun stuff. So you're good. All right. I think I can keep the black. I can keep some of that glycerin there. I was gonna wipe it away, but I don't necessarily need to do that right now. Okay. All right. So. You're listening intently. Okay. So as I'm looking at it, I'm just thinking about ideas of what to put here. All right. I'll use the 1/2-inch brush. Let's dip into some sap green. We're gonna put it here in the black. Right here in the glycerin black right there. We'll just darken up that sap green a little bit there. Just like so. All right, and maybe a slight touch of red. We'll deepen it a little bit. Get a little bit of water, or not water, but glycerin here. Glycerin, once again, makes the paint transparent, but also keeps your paint to flow easily across this stuff. Okay, still more paint than glycerin. It just loosens the paint up just a little bit. All right, so I guess we'll I want the paint on the edge of the brush here. So I keep my brush directly upright, and then I'll just get the paint right there. Oh, we'll start here. We'll just start a little something right here. Come down across like that. And maybe we'll end it right there. We'll kind of put a little leaf right in there like that. So we'll start one. The leaf doesn't necessarily have to be shown directly on centered in the paper. It can go right off the tape there. All right, don't worry about that. It's a little dark on purpose. Okay, not everything has to be highlighted. Okay, I'll probably throw a leaf coming off of that. Yeah, you guys can see that. So we'll have a leaf come off there like this. We'll kind of spread it out and kind of angle it like that. And I'll take my time with it, just kind of nice gentle little strokes here. Now you see how the leaf just sticks out with that dark background there. All right. These are my favorite type of leaves. I really enjoy doing these types of leaf. I really like them. Okay. All right, so we have two on that side. That's cool. I'm just getting some more paint. It does have glycerin on it. I got a lot of paint on the furrow, so that's why you see me wiping the brush. We'll put 3 on this side. We'll have 3. We'll have it come off the side like this. We'll have it curve it. We'll have one come maybe here, like that, and we'll have one coming here, come up like that. So we got 2 up here. We'll just have one kind of snake around, come down here like that. You guys can see that good. So I'm gonna take my brush and I'll flatten it and I'll put a little curve in it like that. Okay. And once again, we'll just, now the strokes, they're perpendicular, the brush itself perpendicular to the triangular pattern, and it kind of aims toward that direction. You take your strokes and you kind of aim it toward there if you want, just like so. Okay, you'll get to the point where you're not even thinking about it. You'll be so used to doing it. Okay, just like that. I can probably lengthen that a little bit more. Really up to you. Really how you want your leaves to look. We're gonna go up here. And I think I'll just do it this way. Lowell Spears, he likes to do them like this. He'll start here and they'll just get larger and larger. Okay, and then he'll curve and go in like that, right? And then he'll go on the other side and do the same thing. And then he'll curve and just kind of bring it in that way. So he likes doing them pretty much like that, and he does them super fast. He's been doing it for quite a few years, so that's his variety. Okay, let's put this one right about here, and I'm gonna kind of aim it that way. Is my brush full of leaves? They bristle or soft? No, these are soft. They're soft. If I use a hard bristle, especially with the glycerin, all it's going to do is scratch the paper. Okay, so you'll end up getting something that looks like that when you do it. Okay, and that's just bad news. It just sends you into depression. But that's what happens if you use a bristle. Okay, all hog's hair, a really stiff one, you're going to get that. Okay, all right. As you can hear the water swish around a little bit. I'm just looking at her. Okay, let's get a little bit of, because I got a very simple, like I said, I got a very simple color palette today. So a little bit of white into the green. Mix, you're just tinting the white. Okay, and as you see, I'm pulling. So I'm getting a very sharp edge. This is actually, this brush is a 1/2 inch flat. But it's actually a Jenkins brush, you know, Gary Jenkins. Yes, this is actually one of his floral brushes. Okay, and I'll just highlight one side of the leaf here, just like that. And I'll put the little center piece in there, and I'll just highlight it a little bit, just like that. Get some more, because as you're putting color on, you're actually at the same time you're taking color off because of the glycerin. And I'm using the, now you see me going through it pretty fast, I'm using the corner. Okay, so even though it might appear I'm doing this, but I'm not, I'm actually doing that. That's where you get the nice fine line from. It all comes from practice. You'll get used to it. You'll get accustomed to doing this, because you have to remember, I wasn't natural at this at all. I struggled, but I was determined to get it because I really liked the way he did it, the leaves. I just loved his style and how he did it. Okay, all right, let's get a little more white. I'll just keep it here in this green. I'll just keep it simple. Now I need glycerin. Oops, that's water. Crap. Let me rinse that off. Don't use water and glycerin, because water will take the glycerin off like a hot knife through butter. So that was an error. I'll just dip the glycerin in the brush in the glycerin first, and then I'll just add it to the white here. And what I'm doing is not only making it a little transparent, but it fades better. It gives me the effect that I'm looking for with the glycerin. And I'm pulling once again on both sides. Okay. All right. When you see me touch it, it's a touch screen. It just makes the image sharper for you guys. All right, Oh, let's do it differently. Let's do it this way. I'm gonna press, pull, and you release. Press, pull, release. Everything's going toward an imaginary dot there. Just like that. Now remember, as you lay paint on, you're also taking a layer off. I always put the shine on the right side. I'll do it to the left today. Press, pull, and gently release. Press, pull, gently release. Press, pull, release. Just like so. Okay, I'll be going back over that because of the dark colors. So don't fret, don't worry, don't panic. It's okay. Just like that. Let's go up to the other three. Let's see if I can put them all on camera at once. There. Okay. Just a touch of white into the green. Now remember, the green has glycerin in it also, so I don't have to really dip my brush in it like that. Okay, right here. Give it a little curve, make it disappear. Press. What you're doing really for the effect, it's like, think of an airplane taking off. You ever seen a Boeing 747 or anything take off, how smooth it lifts into the air? Well, do the same thing with the brush strokes. All right. And that's how you get the little fade up out of there. Now, when you first start these, will you get them perfectly? Of course not. It will be too heavy-handed and everything. Everything will go pretty much backwards for you. And that's normal. Just keep practicing at it. I'm giving a little twist to it. It just gives me that little rim of paint on the edge. Usually I would save that for the final highlight, but I just chose to show it to you for a second. If you notice, because of the transparency, you get to see some of that wood grain right underneath the leaves, which is actually an added bonus. That's kind of a plus. Let's get a little bit of red. We'll put the red right here by the dark green. Put a little black into the red, just like that. Just play around with it there. Okay. And a little bit of dark, so sap green in it. Because we need, obviously, corresponding dark with that light side. A little touch of glycerin, a very little bit. That's all you need. It turns it kind of a weird, kind of reddish brown type of look there. This is for the shaded area. All right, we'll start, obviously, the camera's on these three, and we'll start with these three. Press, pull, release. Just like that. Okay. Now you can see the differences of tone. Okay. And that's basically what I'm looking for. Give a little push there. Just like that. As you do these, the quicker you do them, the more natural it actually looks. Okay. I'm doing them slower just to show you the strokes. Because if I wasn't filming this, they'd be done already. Just like that. Come down here, you're gonna do the same thing. I'm also holding my brush back so you can actually see me press, pull, and release. Okay. Just like that. Okay, let's take the palette knife here and let's scrape up some of this. I'm naturally a lefty, so my palette, everything's on my left side. But my glycerin, since I need it, it's also right beside me, and it's kind of in the way of me cleaning this stuff off. So it kind of keeps me in an awkward hand position, but it's all right. I'm used to it. I work my way around it. I'm accustomed to it. I try to get as much of this stuff off because when it comes to cleaning it, actually, this isn't too bad. I usually just take some rubbing alcohol, spray it, wipe it off with the blue cloth, and then good as gold. All right. Okay, that's enough of that. I want to really pop out these leaves because see, as you can, no, you can't. Not unless I pull back. Well, I'll just make these the example. Once it dries, okay, it flattens out so it's not as bright. Okay, you guys can't see the three up there, but these two, pretty much the same thing. All right. Okay, so let's beef up a little bit of titanium white. We'll put it right there. Touch of green, put it right there, just like this. Okay, that has to be much brighter than what you're looking at. Okay, there, put it right in there. I don't need really too much glycerin for this stage. This should do fine. And then once again, I'll just get that sharp edge back. The brighter the color, the less of it you need. Okay, so I'll give it a tiny little push. I come and just like that, just like so, and just fade it into the other colors, kind of like that. And I'm actually going a little bit past where the here, I'll show you over here. I'm going a little bit past the edge, okay, and then you just kind of put it right in there anymore bright. And once again, the brighter you have it, the less of it you need. Okay, but you see the effect it's starting to have. You see what's going on there. Now I didn't add any glycerin, so the white paint is actually more opaque. Follow me. Let's leave that one the way it is. Let's just highlight one of them right here, like that. So it automatically puts one of those in the back. All right. Remember, brighter colors come forward, darker colors recede. Okay. Just like that. So I made that one just hang out under there for a little while. Let him take a rest. He don't have to be in the limelight today. How about we just light these two up like this? All right, and then leave the rest alone. How about that? All right, let's really make a nice sharp edge. This is a brighter color overall. We'll start from here, right here, using the corner of the brush, and there you go. How's that for a nice little highlight there? Same thing here. Give it a little press, like that. Let's come down here. This fella, he's not really too bad, but I'll just put it in there like that, just like that, and maybe we'll just kind of give him some little veins in there, just like this. Get some more of that bright color. Flip the brush around, using only the tipped. Okay, we just get a nice thin line going across. Doesn't have to be necessarily super perfect. Okay. Where are we at here? Let's just move it over. Oh, yeah. Give him a nice bright little curve there, and then we'll just kind of. Got to add the sound effects. If you don't add the sound effects, it doesn't work. I'm just flipping the brush over because we got more bright stuff going there. It's like that. You don't have to show every one. Just a hint of something there. It's more than good enough. Let's go up here to these guys here. Right up here. Let's put them right there. All right. Corner of the brush. It doesn't matter what side you use. Something like that. Come here, using bottom of the brush. Bottom of the brush. Keep them going in the directional pattern of your previous stroke. Okay. You can use a script liner if you're a little nervous about using the flat brush. Okay. It's really up to you how you want to do it. You'll experiment and find your own way, your own zen on how to do them. Maybe you don't want the veins in the leaves, or maybe you don't want them the way I'm doing them. Okay, there's very different procedures on how to do these. Okay, like I say, maybe you don't want these in here on yours. Maybe it makes them look ugly to you. You don't know. All right, it's your choice to do whatever you would like. All right, let's pull back a little bit so we can show you what it looks like so far. All right, that's what it's looking like as of right now. Okay. So while we're playing around, let's get, this time I've situated my my brushes a lot better than what I have been doing. I got an old Tupperware. You know how you buy honey ham or whatever at the grocery market and they have those containers? Well, I don't trash the containers. I can use them for my brushes. What I'm about to show you now is not going to require glycerin. All right, it's just gonna require water. Okay, so I'll take my, you guys should be able to see that. Just put it against my gray sweater. You see that script liner here? Okay, go into our water. Go right here, right in here with the water. Get some white paint. Just dip the white paint in there like that, and just put it right in there. You still want an inky consistency, so I'm using plenty of water, at least as much water as you're able to get with a script liner, which is not really too much. But you need it to flow, okay? And I'm twirling the brush around as I'm doing this. All right, once again, it's a gentle dance because you still need it to be somewhat opaque, but you need it to be fluid enough to make the little vines or whatever you're gonna use this brush for. So everything's a purpose and a reason for doing it. Hello, Nell, how are you? No problem, Nell, I understand. But it is always a pleasure to have you. I hope your day turns out better. But I can empathize. Everybody's had those type of days. At least I know I have. We're somewhat close enough. I think you guys can be able to see it. I know some people look at it on their phones. Some people look at this on their computer. Some people look at it on their TV. So I try to accommodate as best as I can because I'm one of those that do look at it on the phone. I got the tablet here. I'm looking at it. I got the big TV here on the right. So when you see me glance to my left, which might be your right, I'm looking at the monitor. Even though I got the tablet right below the phone here. Okay, so should be very bright. Take just the tip of the script liner and we'll just kind of play around here. Have it hide behind that, but then come around here and it kind of wiggles around. Get plenty of paint on the brush. For one, it can be seen just like that. All right, we'll come back and do it again like that. Come around and we'll give it a little twirl like that. The brighter would be the best because remember, even though it might appear bright now, it might not stay that way. It dries up. Let's have one coming out this way and come off the paper and comes out here and it kind of twirls and comes down and above, somewhere around there. Just make them all willy-nilly because that's the way they are. Okay, now my paint, believe it or not, is not bright enough. Believe it or not, it's just not bright enough. I'm tinting the white with the green so it's not totally white. You see some of it, but not really that much. It's like that, and then we'll just come around, especially where it's kind of dark. There we go, and we'll just kind of let's spread that love around like that. Okay, that's cool. That is all right. Let's play for 1 second, one hot second. Let's play for a second here. Let's just take this same white. I'll zoom in for this. I'm gonna do it now while I'm thinking about it. So on that bottom leaf in the dark area there, zoom in a little bit. gotta stop playing with this camera here. That's why you see it kind of. Whoops, my bad. Oh, I got it on function. Go back on focus, please. There we go. All right. Okay, we're down here. Let's put one upside down. We'll put it right here. Big one right there, all right? All right, and I gotta be quick with this. I'm getting rid of the inside edge. You'll see what I'm talking about. Just get rid of the inside edge here. Just like that, just get rid of it. Boom. Get that nice, see the filminess of, there we go. Just get rid of the inside edge. Just like that. I'll wipe it off my brush. And be mindful of the water and the glycerin, because it will take this stuff off. But I just want to smooth it out just a little bit, just a little, not much. You still want some of that color, but you got that chalkiness in there that you need. Okay. I won't use any dark brown. I'll just use black right here. Create a nice little shadow there, just like that. All right. Okay. Then get some pure white. Pop the dot right there. Okay, instant oversized bubble. Let's go up here. Yeah, we can use some of this. I don't have to use total white. I'll just use this green white here. All right. This here, we'll do one right here. Nice size one, so you guys can actually see the thing. I'm just rinsing off the brush. Yeah, you guys can see it. And this inside, all this in the inside, we kind of make that disappear there. You keep a thin layer of this line on the outside. But you see all that filminess you get in there? That milky stuff, that's what you want. You're playing around with that. Just like that. Okay? Just like so. Alright. I'll just use a thin coat of, actually here, I won't do that. I'll just use regular sap green right off the tube there. Right here. Underneath here. Alright, underneath. Something like that. Alright. I'm exaggerating it, making it larger on purpose. And then we'll pop that nice little dot right there. Alright. Okay. Actually, we could probably do with this to be a little brighter. It's got too much green for me. Really thin there. Just like that. Alright. I could probably kill some of that heavy-handedness right here too. Maybe. And we'll just wipe it off a little bit there. Alright. Let's pull back a little bit. So we have what? 2 of them? Okay. Alright, you got one up top. You got one down here on the bottom. We use total white here. Oh. Hello, Denise. How are you? It's good to see you. Hey, what's going on, Vermont? How you doing, boss? This is one of these rare times where I'm just having a little fun, just playing around today. You know what? Let's just have one kind of just dripping around right about here, right in here, just like this. So we have one just kind of doing this little drip thing right there. We'll zoom in for this. Something you guys haven't seen me do too many times. And we'll center them right about there. Once again, even with this, get rid of that inside. Get rid of the inside there. I got rid of too much of the inside. That's all right, we can bring it back. Just like that, just that milkiness there. Keep it in there. I know there's a little bit of a delay because I can see it through the monitor. Now I've taken away, which would happen to you too, I've taken away some of that outside edge. Just return it. Just bring it back, just like that. Bring it back, bring it back. Okay. Make it a little thicker there. Should be 1 o'clock now. At least Eastern Standard Time is 1 o'clock. All right. And we'll just kind of pop a nice little bright dot right on the other side, just like so. All right, okay. All right, so you got 3 of them hanging around there. So let's pull back a little bit and I'll chat with you guys for a second. We'll put it right there. Put the focus back on it. All right, well, there you go so far. Pittsburgh Artist Studio, where is she? Hey, how you doing, Pittsburgh? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm just playing around. I got a little extra time. I'm all caught up on stuff, and I decided to come online. And plus, remember my webcaster was acting a little funky with YouTube, but YouTube did some changes. So I went to YouTube Studio. I think it has a lot to do with YouTube Studio. And what I did is I just did put a title up there, and when I went into to my webcaster, it actually seen the title, and so it will not do for me it won't do stream now. It will do one with a title to it in the YouTube little studio there, and then it came on and gave me no issues, no problems, so everything seems to be fine. Well, this is for me. It might work perfectly fine for however you log on, but for me, I had to do the dance. And so if I really have to change anything when I'm done recording, then I'll do the change and everything. It's got that goofy thumbnail up there, and I'll change that thumbnail. But if it is a good generic thumbnail, instead of seeing me at some awkward, weird pose with my face and my lips contorted, all funny looking. So, yeah. Oh, I don't want to hear about Southeast Georgia being hot, because it sure isn't hot up here. It's wet. It's raining. Oh, Vermont. No, don't say snow. Please don't say that. I wised up and brought my cell phone with me this time. Oh, it's okay. I know what that is. I sold a painting, and I decided to be a wise guy and try to mail it yesterday, not knowing it was Columbus Day. Duh. But I don't have no kids. I don't got no little school calendar, so I don't know. What is this? Oh, it came off. I have to put that back on. All right. I'm like, what the heck? All right. I'm just looking at my cell phone. Nobody particularly got in touch with me. But I do have to look at it, because if not, I get inundated with notifications, and mine sometimes will come in the hundreds. It all depends. So I have to get rid of them. Yeah, Vermont's elevation is higher, so he's more likely to get more snow. Okay, did the wood grain, did the creases in the slats of the wood grain. We've shaded it under here. I can get away with something else too. Let's go into our black. Since I did shade it, let's go into our glycerin. We're gonna make, even though it's black, we're gonna make it transparent a little bit here. You don't necessarily have to do it, but it would help if you did. I'm just saying. Okay. Right underneath the leaves here, depending on how far away they are. I'll just kind of, let's get that a little bit darker. The glycerin, once again, no matter how dark you got your paint, even if it's black, once you put the glycerin in it, it just becomes automatically transparent. So we'll just kind of play around with it. We'll just kind of make little shadows of, well, let's go this way. Little leaf shadows there. Okay. It's up to you if you want to do them. Really up to you. If you know, it's not necessarily a need, but you know, up to you how you want to do it. Just like that. So I'm making little shadows here and there. You don't have to do it. Just like that. And I'll come over here for this one here like that. You don't, like I say, you don't necessarily have to do them. I want to. Just like that. Kind of put them under there. Right by that bubble there. And if you end up going over the bubble like I just did, don't worry about it. You can always return that. The bubble can always return. Okay, so don't fret, don't worry, don't panic. I'll make it a little bit darker there. Come off the page. Just like that. So I took away some of the shine there. No big deal. Nothing to call the prevention hotline over. You just take it and you just replace it. See that? No harm, no foul, no fuss. Just replace it. Okie dokie then. So what am I gonna put in here? I could just leave it like that and then call it a day, you know, but I won't do that here. I won't do that. 85 degrees feels like 90. I ought to have you blocked. Yeah, I know it's got to be warm out there, but it's always kind of mild out toward that way. We get all sorts of nightmarish weather. It's coming. It's definitely coming. I don't like that. That can be a little darker, so we'll make it more of a shadow. We'll keep playing with this guy right here. There. I want it a little bit darker like that. All right, I want that. Everything else seems to be pretty cool though, because you're still dealing with glycerin. It's still a little bit wet. There. Okay. All right. Now I want to show you something. Since I've made that outline on the shadow side, okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of red. Now I'm getting comic booky here. You don't necessarily have to take a little bit of black in that red. Darken the red just a little bit. Just a little bit. And on the dark half, I'll just outline the, can you guys see me do this? Yeah. Just a little bit. I'll outline the leaves a little bit with this blackish red. Why am I using the blackish red? Well, the red is kind of in that brown family, that sienna, so it does match. So everything's still about color harmony. And I'll just kind of be slick and outline a little bit of those leaves back there. It's got black mixed in with the red. And remember, if it looks a little gaudy, it won't in a few minutes when it totally dries. But it just gives your eyes somewhere to look where one stops and the other one begins. Follow me. Be safe, Bruce. Be careful. Can't wait to see it when it's done. You have to show us. Bruce is redoing his studio downstairs in the basement there. So he hasn't been on for a minute. And I can understand it does take a while to get that straight. Okay, and that's about all I need for that. Now you guys can see where the shadow is and where the leaf starts. Okay, all right, enough of that. Let's get on with, let me put something here. All right, let's I'm thinking. Okay, we'll use I'll do that. I don't normally do this, but I'll do it today. Is use jet black. Why am I going to use the jet black? I don't normally do it, but you know, we got the wood panel. So whatever I'm going to do for the flower, the black will just recede it and put it back towards this fence or slat of wood, whatever you want to call it. And then whatever color I choose to make the flower itself will just pop out that much more. That's basically why I'm doing it this way. Who knows what kind of flower I'm going to do. Right now I'm just going to make it dark blotch. Right now. I know some of you are probably cringing right about now. Don't worry about it. Relax. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And we'll hide him a little bit. There. Okay. We'll keep it at that for right now, I suppose. Strawberries. Oh, you're a little late. How are you doing, Louise? It's good to see you. And would you believe it or not, I would have done them. But you know the fun thing about strawberries is because, well, you know, I don't paint strawberries. I would actually need a picture of a strawberry to see what one looks like, believe it or not. Because I don't paint strawberries, so they're not like in my memory like that. You know, it's different to know, you know me, you know what a strawberry looks like, but to paint one, you're gonna have to be kind of accurate. And yeah, I don't have no really good accurate representation of a strawberry. It's funny. It's like a baseball. I know what a baseball is. I know what one looks like. But if I was to paint it, guess what? I would need a reference photo for a baseball. I don't normally paint baseballs, you know. Sounds funny. Sounds a little odd, but it's true. Once again, I'm just scraping off the residual stuff off of my board here. And because I got the glycerin so close to my hand, I got to do this kind of awkward number, what you're seeing me do here, just to get the rest of it off. Get it off of there. And we'll clear some of that off too. And I'm just using a palette knife to get rid of it there. Okay, that's enough. I don't need to delve in it too much. The reason why I did that is because I think I'm going to use yeah, we'll keep it a little mysterious. We'll just use a deep blue today. Why not? What is this? Yeah, it just says dark. It's Daler-Rowney. It just says dark blue, so we'll just use dark blue. We'll play around. We'll make a flower of some sort here. That should be enough for it. Getting kind of low. Usually when I'm that low on paint, I'll use as much of it as I can and then toss the rest. All right, so I have a black base, which is something I traditionally don't really do. Okay. I might use the glycerin a little bit later on, but right now I'll just sketch out something here. I'll do something with it. I'll bring this a little closer so you guys can see exactly how I'm gonna pull this out. It can look pretty cool, or it can turn out to be a pure monstrosity. We'll see today. All right, pop the focus on it real here. Okay, so right now I'll just debate on what direction do I want the flower to appear. Do I want it to look straight at us, dead on, or do I want it off to the side? I think I'll have it looking toward that way. So that means I will take the bowl of the flower. You guys can see this. All right, I'll take the top that's facing us. Okay. right about here. We're kind of curve it around. We'll curve it around here, just like that. See that roughness there? Hopefully you guys can see the light is hitting it correctly. So we'll keep it like that, and then we'll just kind of make a nice little smile, just like that. And we'll just keep it something like that. Okay. I'll get the shadow out of there. Of course, you can barely see it, but it is there. Okay. There it is. The top rim of the flower right here. That's where you got all the paint pushed up at. Okay. Okay. A little bitty bit of white, because I'll make it glow right around here like that. Okay, I'll wipe the rest off my brush. And then I'll just kind of fade that a little bit. Just a little bit. See, push it right into the color. Just like this. No more, no less than what you're looking at right now. Okay. All right. This on the bottom is a good guide, but I don't really need too much of that. I'll just we'll just fade that away somehow, some way. Just keep rubbing it away there. It just fade away. All right, but you pretty much know where it is. It's right there. Okay. All right. Okie dokie then. Let's get a little bit of blue. We'll put it right here. I'll do it this way. I'll get a little bit of white. All I'm making really is a lighter blue. Just like that. All right. So, all roads lead to Rome. Rome is right about here. I put a little baby dot right there. So whatever stroke that I am going to use, okay, and just give it a slight push and we'll just aim toward that dot. Give it a little push, aim toward the dot. Pop one here and just kind of aim toward that dot. Come here, boom, aim toward that dot. Right here, aim toward the dot. Just like that. And just leave it be. Just like so. All right. Let's go back into our darker color, darker blue here. I'll use plenty of paint, which is not really wise. I just don't want to add a lot of glycerin. Okay, so here's the rim right here. Okay, so to continue that outside rim, let's say that I want the flower to have a kind of a teardrop shape right here by the rim. Then we're going to balloon it out here and then we'll have it hide somewhere like that. All right, right here, this fella, let's say, oh, I don't know. Here, we have a kind of this weird freaky thing here. We'll have it come in like that. So it's going to connect. Well, you guys can't see that. Hold on. Yeah, you guys can't see that. The inside rim, it just folds in on itself right here. Now that's the rim continued. One rim continues here. The other one kind of continues here, folds off, kind of funky looking. Okay. And so we're going to kind of get that petal right around in here. And we'll just make it disappear somewhere around there. Who knows? It doesn't matter. So we're going to continue that nice light brown, light blue rim. We're going to have one come this way. We're going to have one come that way. Okay. So I'll just put the rest of this bluey color right here. I get a little bit of white. We'll bring that color back just like that. Okay. All right. I'll keep it rather opaque, so I don't want to put really much glycerin in it. And thank you, Denise, thank you. Now, remember, the rim is right here. Okay. And so, our perspective really could be, I could either aim it toward the middle or aim it towards that corner down here. Or aim it here. I don't want to aim it here. It will either be towards the corner or right here. All right. So we'll just take it right here, the rim of color, give it a slight push, boom, let it go. Slight push, bam, let it go like that. See this? Another push, boom, aim it that way. So we'll just have the flower aim in that direction. And I'm not going to touch it, not going to bother, but you see how it just kind of flipped over like that? All right, and we're going to leave it just like that. All right, okie doke. I can do these because I've been watching a whole bunch of Gary Jenkins. I call him, I ask questions, we chat, talk, you know. I haven't spoken to him in a minute, but I think I'm gonna give him a ring and say, hey. This one here, same difference. But instead of being bent over like that, this one here is kind of going in the other direction. Okay, so you might see really more of the rim, and this might be in the shadow. Therefore, it's just a line, just a touch, boom, like that, and just a touch, boom. A nice strong touch right about in there, and then I'll lightly kind of make it disappear. I don't have to touch that, don't have to bother that. I'll leave it straight alone. Don't bother it, don't mess with it. I'll probably get this a little, no, I'll keep it like that. This here would probably be brighter, but I might just keep it pretty mysterious and in the back and just leave it the heck alone. Okay, sometimes you just need to leave good enough alone. So far, hopefully you understand the, whoops, fingernail. You understand the, how I did the curvature here. Okay. Okie dokie then. We'll leave the top alone. Let's play around all in the bottom in here. Okay, so we'll mess with that. I did not take the light blue off of this. We're just going to use up this dark blue. All right. Hey Johnny, how are you? Good afternoon back. Here, let's do it this way. Oh, let's do it like this. Let's continue this little bowl thing going. So let's curve it around again, like that, like that, like that. We'll cover up that thing there, and we'll just keep that little bowl thing going right there. And then I'll just bring this, I'll just kind of scoop it around like that. So we'll keep the bowl. Don't worry about this. I really want it that color, so I'm not really too worried about that rim there. That rim will disappear in a few seconds. We don't want that down there. All right, so I'll just make that disappear. We'll just kind of wipe it away. Wipe it away. I'm not looking for all of that. Just like that. We'll get the smallest tint of white. Small tint, right? We'll put it right about there. I'm just wiping my brush away, and we're gonna blend that, just kind of blend it right up in here, like that. And then we'll make the rest go away. Don't worry about anything else. Just like that. Once again, we're gonna go get a little bit of white, a little bit of this blue, get the same shade again. Just like that. Okay. I'm pulling. Pull. Just like that. Get a decent, here. You should be able to see it if I aim it correctly. Come down right there. There. Nice. See that? See? Nice sharp edge. All right. Okie dokie. All right. Once again, all roads lead to Rome. Another one. We're going to do the same old, same old. All right. We just give it a slight push. Bam, and come that way. Slight push. Boom. Come that way. Slight push. Boom, that way. Slight push, come down that way. I need a little darker, a little lighter there. So let's get some more paint. Get a touch of blue. Use strong rim of paint. I really don't want to mess with the glycerin. I want it kind of opaque, but I'll put a slight little tiny touch of glycerin in there. It just makes it a little looser. Okay, I'm pushing because I want the rim of paint on the edge of the brush. Okay. All right, we're gonna do it again. Slight push, boom, go that way. Slight push, boom, go that way. Slight push, boom, go that way. Let's go over here. Slight push, aim it that way. Slight push, let's go downward, boom. Just like that. Slight push. Just like that, slight push right there. All right, so okay, so now we got two looking there. Let's kind of continue that love. Let's kind of flare it out this way and come in like that. Flare it out, come in, flare it out, come in like this. Get a strong one in there like that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, I guess we'll do a copycat on the other side. Why not? Actually, nah. We'll have them come here and turn. Come here, turn. And we'll just get a little point there and have them come that way. Since I've did it like that, because I tend to change ideas in midstream, it's okay. I'll just kind of fade that a little bit. Boom. Just like that. Just make it disappear. Don't worry about all this here. Just make it kind of go away there a little bit. Like that. There. So we got them flipped, turning, and they're spooning out that way. All right. So we're good with all of that. That's cool. Let's play around with the stuff on the bottom. We can get some flaring leaves in the bottom there. We're going to use the dark blue. We're going to play around with that black. Let's get a little bit of glycerin. We're going to make this blue a little transparent so you get to see a little bit of whatever's happening back there. Okay, so let's concentrate on on these fellas back here. Let's have one kind of fishtail and turn that way. And what I'm doing is I'm just overlapping some of these fellas, and then we'll kind of turn it that way. So everything's going to get real interesting in a second. And once again, we'll just turn it that way. All right. Okay. And where I'm just developing different shapes, different little forms of whatever. Oh, let's have one kind of a weird teardrop looking thing. We have it come here, and we'll kind of expand it, have it come here, come out like that. Boom. Okay, like this. And we'll kind of play around with it. We'll just have a little one at the point there, a little ragged stuff like that. All right, now remember we got glycerin on here. It makes the paint kind of thin, which is why you still see wood grain and stuff happening in there. Okay, these are the bigger outside petals. They're just lounging around, having a good time, seeing, what kind of damage they can do. Got one right here. I'll probably make a fold out of this one here. So we'll have him kind of really expand out here, and then we'll aim him back this way like this, and we'll kind of curve him around like that. One of these is going to have a bend, a crease in it or something. I'll do something with it. I guess I have a droopy one coming here. Something kind of droopy and sad looking. And we have one going the opposite way like that. Make it kind of interesting. Okay. All right. Okie dokie then. Let's play with. We'll get a little touch of white. We'll put it right here. Not going to be as bright as the previous colors, so I'm going to get a little bit of blue, put it in there. But I want you to look at something as you see me doing this. You see the different hues? You see the different values of blue? All right, see this, and this. Okay. All right. Thank you, Nell. How are you? How are you? Hey, Mama. Well, look at this. How are you, dear? It's good to see you. Yeah, it does make a very interesting shadow. It does. But we're going to play with that too. Now, obviously, these are transparent, and they're the lower petals down there. But we are going to give it a little bit of a baby highlight. A little baby highlight. All right. Now, if you're wondering, like, where's the perspective or the vanishing point for flower petals way on the outside, it would be here. So we'll put it right there. All right, you guys be able to see that. Once again, it won't be here. Okay, that can go away. It won't be here. Okay, we'll make that just disappear there. All right, I just made a bigger one, right? It's all right. We'll kind of make it kind of disappear there. We'll pretend it's like not there, but it's right there. So all roads pretty much more or less leads to Rome. They aim in that direction up there. Okay. All right. We give a little rim, give it a little push, and you boom. Now you see the values it's there. It's a little bit lighter, but it's not overpowering, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. I don't need it to be overpowering. All right. So, because these are on the bottom. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like, hey, I'm here. No, don't do that. Don't do that. There. See, I'm still returning that value back, which is why I'm doing this on purpose, so you can see. Okay. There's a method to my madness. Okay. Let's continue on. Just like that. Okay. And I'll give him a little lift here. Put him right up in there. This one here, give him a little curve. Boom, like that. Just like so. I don't really want to change. Now this is a little more opaque for this one, so you're not going to see the wood grain there. But I can do that for the bottom, guys. And then all it takes, whoops, stop that. I almost went back into the water. That's not good. I think I did go into the water. I need it to be a little more, just the highlight to be more opaque. So I can't be as heavy-handed. All right, right here, these fellas, I can take it. Now, just because you see these little ragged edges don't mean they're gonna stay there. All right, I can kind of play around with those a little bit. Just like that, just play around. Now, kind of turn them over this way. Give him a little point right there, right here, boom, just like that. And like I say, I'm gonna put a crease on a couple of these. So what I'll do, I'll wipe this off. I'll make this part dark blue. I'll show you how to make a fold real quick. Hey, Oswina, how are you, dear? All right, Shane. I know it's pretty late where you are. Right in here. I'll continue this dark blue. I'll just put the dark blue right here. Right here. Just like that. Just for a little bit there. I might put one right here. So we'll just kind of nurse this. Bring it out here like this. Okay. There's a reason that I did that. And you're going to see in a split second. So we're going to put a kind of a bend on one side of each of these guys. Okay, let's get a little bit of white. We'll go into this bluey, watered down stuff, a little more white. Just like this. So, I'll just kind of curve it. I'll put it, I gotta think of where I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do this. I'll put it right here. I'll press and I'll just kind of thin it out right there like that. Okay, we're gonna get some more of that. We're gonna go on the other side. Oh, right about here. Good press, and you just kind of almost like a little elongated diamond type of thing. All right, you get a little bit of white. It's tinted with the blue, and then I'll just give it a little push. Boom, a little push. Got to be a little brighter than that. Little push, boom, a little push. There, like that. We're gonna do the same thing here. Get a push, curve it a little bit, and make it disappear. Push, curve it a little bit, make it a little disappear a little bit, like that. Okay. Get that corner. Hold on. Stronger white. Cause I gotta get that corner a little stronger there. Like that. Let's curve it in. You too. Give it a little push, curve it right in there. Now you got two petals folded over each other. Good to see you, Mama. Good to see you. It's honored to have you here, Mama. But as you can see now, with these guys cupped over, okay, the light hits it just right there. Let's get some more glycerin and we'll get into this really light baby blue sky color looking stuff here. Right here. Let's kind of, here, let's do this. Let's do this instead. Let's go here, like this. Give it a little push like that, a little push like that, a little push like that, So push, and we'll curve that one in. Now you got a folded petal. See how fast that came about? For those of you who did not catch that, yeah, you see that fold there? You see that? Okay. All right. I kind of like it the way it looks right there. I was gonna brighten it, but I don't want to do that. I like it just because it's still behind other stuff. Okay. All right. And actually, let's do something here. Nope, I didn't do it. Good. Almost went into the water. That's just bad business. Let's just brighten it up. I still got obviously white tainted with the blue. Just like that. Okay. You see the leaves are highlighted on the left-hand side, so we're just gonna spread a little love right in here. And all it takes, see what I'm doing, is just a little bit of brightness. A little bit of brightness, all right? But look at how I'm doing this. It's just a little touch and you let it go. I don't have to add or continue any of that brightness all the way down, okay? But it does get a little bit of love on one side of the flower, one half, like that, okay? Just a little bit. Remember the hair commercial, a little dab will do you? Same thing here. A little dab would do you. Put it right on the edge there, and then that's the end of that. Thank you, Roswina. They didn't all turn out like this. Trust me. Trust me. I'm still learning them every day. I'll never say I've arrived. Gary Jenkins doesn't look like with his eyes closed. But then again, he's been doing them for literally 50 years, so I guess he can do them with his eyes closed. So I got quite a ways to go. I don't want to, there, just like that. Only on certain parts of the flower can be kind of lit a little bit. And since I just did that, guess what? I'm going to have to just barely, but I still like it like that. But I guess I'll have to give it a little bit of, and you can be as slight as you can see, as slight as you need to be. Okay. Like that, I'll just kind of curve it around. I don't need to really add any more to that. Everybody knows that curve is there. All right, so I don't have to add any more to that. Okay, so let's continue having some more festivities on the other side here. I got white on the tip of this brush. I'm not going to necessarily remove it. I'm going into my original blue. There's no special name to this blue. It's just called Daler-Rowney dark blue, and that's pretty much what it is. So all right, right here, all up in here. So we'll just, let's darken a few spots like this, like that. Right here on the corner. We'll just kind of darken those in right there. There's a method to my little madness here, what I'm doing. The droopy guys, well, yeah, we'll darken those too a little bit there. All right. Okay, so those are dark, lighter, dark, all dark around there. And let's get rid of my finger, my nail print there. Okay, let's go into our white, and we'll just put it here. I got dark blue on the brush already. I'll just stir it around. It's no big deal. Just like that. Different values of the same color, as you can see. Get a little glycerin. We'll just loosen up this paint just a little bit. One is on my brush pretty strong. This is not typically the brush I would use to do this. I just happen to have it in my hand, and you know, it is what it is. Okay, where the light area is, I'll just kind of press and pop that in there and come on around like that. put it right in there, have it almost butt up against that dark in the corner there. I'll give it a little push, and then I'll press, put it right in there, let it fade away, just like this. Okay, just like that. Okay, yeah, we're good there, we're good there. Let's take this and we'll give it a little push, and we're gonna curve it. Give it a push, curve, push, and we're gonna curve it, make it disappear in there. I guess I could do one on this side too, but I'd rather not. I can do one over here, but I won't do that. What I'll do is I'll just fade that edge into that darkness. I'm wiping off my brush fairly well, and very lightly I'll just kind of caress that, and let it just kind of disappear all by itself into there, just like that. There, so it just kind of eases in there. You'll get, all right, you just get used to doing these. The more you do them, the more comfortable you'll get with it. Okay, so don't ever get discouraged if you're doing them and they don't turn out like mine's or Gary's or Chrissy Canvas or anybody. Just don't get discouraged, because I was the exact same way. I will look at his, he would do his in 15 minutes. It took me 3 days. Don't get discouraged. Everything comes in time. Everything does come in time. A little bit of glycerin, I mean a very slight touch. Once you know what vegetable glycerin will do for you, you'll know how much to use, how much not to use. Okay, I've done enough award-winning mistakes to kind of help you out so you don't fall into the traps I did. At least I'm gonna try to help you that way. Only a few of these get these little highlighty things. Okay, only a few. Okay, and basically you just keep building up. As you can see, you're looking at me do this right now. All right, I'm not being particularly overpowering with the highlights. Okay, only a few. Only a few. And you leave it be. Don't touch it anymore. Everything's good. All right. Okay. All right, let's add some stuff in here. Let's go back to our dark blue. Foundation color, really. And everything's, these leaves are kind of underneath everything else. But you can, have a little fun with these. Now, because I've already did stuff on the inside, a little bit on the outside, you can pretty much, just for practice's sake, or however you want to do it. Let's say you want one right in here. You can kind of wave it around, kind of play with it all up in here like this. It's just crinkled up petals all up in here. And I'm just doing it just to do it, just to show you you can do the same thing. I'm just like got crap just splattered in here. Okay. And as you can see, it's just me took the paintbrush, went just like that. Okay. I'm gonna show you why. I'm doing this on purpose to show you you can also do it yourself. What might turn out to be a disaster could turn out to be quite elegant. This is a size 15, long, bristled brush. Don't commonly use this. I'll go back to the Jenkins brush that I have here. It's 1/2 inch, obviously much shorter. Hairs than the other fella. Okay. I don't normally use this one. All right, let's go back to the little guy. Okay, let's get a little bit of white. We'll put it in here with this baby blue. Maybe a little darker. A little darker than that. Yeah, that'll work somewhat. Yeah, this'll work. Okay. As you see, this is me, I tend to push the paint. Gary never does this. He's not, I haven't seen him do that, but then I'll just kind of, I really want it on the tip. You see how sharp, as soon as I can get it in focus here, and we'll put it right there. You see how sharp that, okay. Aim it downward there. There, you guys can see it. All right, okay. Okay, once again, we have you got a couple different ways to do this. You got the all points lead to Rome, aim your leaves in that direction, or you just do your own, like I've done these, and give it its own vanishing point by itself. Really up to you on how you want to present your flowers. Okay, so we got this little crease here. I don't want to really interfere with that crease, so we'll just turn it in this direction like this. Okay, and then we'll kind of aim it that way. All right, now inadvertently, I think I just made another one. Let's see if I can. Yep, I did. I wasn't thinking on doing it, but I did it anyway. I just ended up making another crease there. I'll just kind of aim this one here like that, and then make it disappear. I just made another crease, so I might as well just take advantage of it. Right here, I did another one. I didn't count on doing it, but I did it. That's one of those self-conscious creases, I guess. There. All right. I didn't mean that one. That one just came out of there. Okay, let's go back to let's get a little bit of glycerin here. Loosen up the paint, and we'll start to get a move on here. Bet you didn't think doing a wood paneling would involve this much. Okay, let's get one. We'll fold this one. We'll take this one. We'll give it a little push here like that, and then we'll just take it and go that way. We'll take this one here. We'll give it another fold. Have it go this way. Another crease. We'll just have it kind of fold and go that way, like that. Do. I'm just getting rid of some of that paint there, just like that, and so I can just have it kind of go this way, and get rid of some more of that paint, just like that, and I'll just kind of slowly blend that away. Okay, just like that, and leave it be. All right, so we got one that's kind of folded going somewhere like that. All right, okay. We have some. We got some coming. It's got to be a little brighter. I was about to do something, and I know it would be too dark, which is why I stopped myself. I knew it was going to be dark. Okay, right up in here. So we have a nice little push of color, and then come this way. A little push of color and come that way like that, and we'll kind of curve them like that. Give them a little rim of color there. All right, that's what actually makes your leaves, for that little rim of color. Okay, let's have one just kind of flip around like this and come that way. Flip around, come that way. Flip around, come that way. Okay, and then we'll just kind of curve them and angle them up in that direction. For some of you who are looking at me doing this, you're probably wondering, how am I coming up with this? How am I thinking about this? Remember, I was in the same position you were, and I watched Gary do it and his wife do it, and they would just rattle them off. But then again, I had to think, well, they've been doing it literally forever, or it's just second nature to them. The same thing that happened with you too. Okay, the same exact thing. So don't fret. Don't overburden yourself with worry. It will happen for you. Just don't give up. Just don't give up. And there's been times that I wanted to, but don't do it. Don't give up. Okay. You'll be heavy-handed with your strokes. You'll do something too far, too light or too dark, not knowing that all you got to do is just kind of pat it away. You can blend it away, just like that. Just blend it away. Okay. You can take your mistakes and do something quite magnificent with it, and not even know it. Okay. You not even know it. Okay, let's mess with the guys up top. I'm done messing with those fellas. Okay, let's deal with these dudes up here. Let's get some. We'll do it this way. I'm going reverse. Got a lot of glycerin on this 1/2 inch brush going into this light paint, which is going to make it extremely transparent. I got some white paint there, tinted with that blue. As you can see, I'm going back and forth, back and forth. I'm doing this, I'm exaggerating this on purpose. All right. Okay, all up in here. Okay, watch this. These are the guys in the back. I'm deliberately, green tinted one sounds nice. I'm stuck on what color to paint the 2 new walls I have. 2 are green tinted white. Should I do them all bright like that? Well, Bruce, if that is the wall you're gonna film on, I would not do that, because if you end up getting a shade of green that's like non-photo repo green, you're gonna look real funny on camera. The same thing with blue, because this is getting pretty close to that blue. There's a non-photo reproduction blue, and there's a green like that, and you might want to look and see what shade you got. That's if you plan on being on camera with that color. But if they're green and tinted white, yeah, just match them. Unless you plan on using that as a backdrop. If it's a backdrop, then I would paint it extremely dark color where it won't distract away from the colors of your painting. But I don't know. I have no idea. It all depends on where you're filming and how you got it, designed, or what your plans are. So I don't know. Oh yes, Johnny. Believe me, I need to get quite a few awards for some of the errors I've done. Okay, back up here. So you see that leaf with the bubble on it up there? You see where that leaf of the bubble is up there? I got a lot of glycerin on this brush. Okay, so we're just gonna come up here. I'll just kind of give it a slight push and we'll flare it this way. Slight push, flare it. Slight aim upward, flare it in there. Very light. You're gonna see the background from this. I'll kind of get one aim this way. I'll just kind of flare it. These guys are in the back here, just like that. All right. That's why I have them like this on purpose. I'll put one right here. I'll just kind of make it disappear. A little smaller one here. Just like that. I will get a stronger edge on it right here. A stronger edge. No, it's not opaque enough. Hold on. I'll get it there. Like that. Kind of. Just like that. Aim it that way. I think I got enough. There we go. Kind of aim it in that direction. Okay. I gotta get it more opaque. This guy's in front of. There we go. Just like that, and then we'll curve it around. I just need the edge to be a little more opaque, but you'll still see the leaves, and you see all sorts of happenings over there. But that's about it right there. All right. But that's what a lot of glycerin and a little bit of paint will do. All right. So if you want translucent leaves, I'm showing you how to get that done. This is with opaque. You can do it with oil. You just have to make it really thin. All right. Okay. I could do. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do another one. I think I should be able to get away with it with this. I'll have it come across this one. Give it a nice push, slight push, and slide it in there like that. Give it a little push. we'll get this one a little shorter. And I'm just really pushing my, there like that. I think we're good there. Wipe away a little bit of that paint. I still want like the wood grain and stuff visible through that. And you guys can see that. Don't worry about that dark blotch. That'll be hidden. Don't worry about that. I need deep forest green is cool. Yeah, the deep forest green is cool. Or the maroon. I kind of like, but like I say, it depends on what you're going to use it for. If you're going to be in front of the camera with that color, so it's very important. I don't know what you plan on, you know, doing with it. So, cause be careful. If you ever see a newscaster, especially ones that don't know or they haven't been told, and they wear blue or a certain kind of green, especially it always happens on either Halloween or it happens on St. Patrick's Day. The newscasters forget, and it's too late. They're already in airtime, and their tie is disappeared, or part of their dress is disappeared. It's crazy. But I'm like, you know, whatever. Okay, let's put some flowers in here, or some petals. Give it a little push, boom. Give it a little push right where the area of black is there. See how you can kind of get rid of all of that? Okay, we're gonna put one up here too. Boom, come up here, boom, come up here, boom, just like that. All right, we're gonna put some more here. You're not gonna be able to see them, it's kind of dark, and it's all right. I'm just fleshing all of that in. Okay, just like that. And you'll see what I'm gonna do in 1 second. Okay, my dog is ready to go out, and it's going on 2 o'clock, so I can kind of understand. Boom. Now I'm doing these, I'm tilting my brush in certain angles. All right, let me show you here. No, let me show you here. Where? No, right here. I want to show you something here. Right there. Okay, when I do this, okay, now you're looking at it flat, all right? But sometimes when I do the push, I'm turning my brush this way, or I'm turning my brush this way, but I'm still doing the same push. Instead of going flat, I'll just angle it. All right, that's what I'm doing with these guys. So if I wanted a peak, I'll just angle my brush, give it a slight push, and then leave it alone. If I want it a little flatter, then I just hold it flat and do the same thing. It looks like that. If I want a peak, go straight up and just do the same thing. I just made a curve. Okay, I'll do it again and make another curve, and do it again, make another curve, going that way. Okay, let's play with these guys right here. These fellas. Remember, I already got a coat of blue in here, and I'm just kind of gonna fold them in there. Just be a little careful. Right here, kind of give it a little dip in there, just like that. I'll leave him like that for right now. I'm just tinting, getting a little more white, because now I can start being kind of picky, because now I can start to, let me get some glycerin here, that was a little too much. Bring some of that back just a little bit. I come up into it and go in reverse. Just thin that line a little bit. You can always correct it. There. Always correct it. This is nothing but water. I'm just wiping some of that away. Just a little separation. Okay, let's go back into our little bit of our dark blue. And we'll start adding cute little things right in here. Just like that. I'm just doing a quick little twist. I won't have to bother that anymore, but I can get nothing but blue. And we can get rid of some of this. This is going to be covered with stamens anyway, So some of that can be covered up there. Just like that. And I won't bother it anymore. Now we got people saying they live in caves. I see your comments. I see your comments. I want a little more transparent stuff happening on the side, so I'm just getting some more glycerin going into this light blue here. It's just to even out the flower. Over on this side a little bit. So I'll just take it and I'll just put one here, come on down. Put one here, come on in there like that. Put one here, curve it, put them right in there. Now these are transparent, so you can really, just put them right in there, it's like that. Hey, I like that. Put it over the other leaf like that. Okay. As long as you got a strong rim of color, it kind of, everything adds to it. Okay. So I just want to, even it out a little bit. And let's put one over this leaf a little bit here. So let's go here. A little push of color. Here. That's a little push of color right here. A little push of color right there. And that's all I want to do. Just add a little more there. Just like there's some transparent stuff in there. All right, I think that's it for the flower. Let's put some staining-like deals in there. We'll stick with this brush. I have not used that red too much, so let's play with the red. Look down here with me. See this white here? Let's pat that out. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you on the bottom camera here. All right, right there. See that? Both sides. Watch. Little dot of red, right about there, like that. Okay. Okay. Come up here, watch. Yep, you guys see me. Okay. I can go in two directions with this. I guess I'll just use this. I'll just come this way like this. A little push like that. And another little push. A little push, a little push, a little push, a little push. Come on over like that. A little higher up here, a little push. Okay, they look like little matchsticks right now, but that's okay. That's okay. Just getting a little more white. Bring some a little lower, like that. Come on in there, like this. Nope, need more white. Boom, put it in there. A little white, get a little dot of red again. We're gonna repeat the process all over again. Oh, right here, come on here, bring some over there, like that, continue on. Yep, something like that. Whoop. Bring some over here like that, okay. Pop one over there on the side. Okay, basically, it's like that. Put some other red dots in there like that. Okay, dokie. Now, I do believe this is my last 11, what is it, 11 by 15? All I got is canvas over there now. So, and I didn't bother to buy any more of the watercolor paper. I'll probably just stick with the canvas roll for a while. I'll be doing a lot of canvases. Okay, let's get a thin script liner here. Let's sign this thing. I do appreciate you guys coming. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the tape off. I got 2 frames. I'll show you in 2 frames here. Okay. And let's put a name on it here. If anybody is interested in this thing, all you gotta do is message me, or yeah, just message me. I'll wait for this to dry and then I'll varnish it a little bit later on. It's gonna take a little while for it to dry because of the glycerin that's on it. And the today the room is kind of cool. So it's going to take a little while for it to... I don't have the heater on back here, so... All right. Let's bring her back a little bit. There we go. We can get rid of the... Hold on for a second. We're going to go through our little press little change. There. All right, let's put the focus on this. All righty. Let's bring me downstairs here. Okay. All right. Well, that's what she's looking like. Let's peel the tape off here. I peel the tape off. You peel it away from your artwork. If you don't, you will be in a world of hurt when it tears into your art. I've had that happen on camera more than once. So don't do it. So I had some new faces come in today, and it's a pleasure to have you. Hope you do come back again. A lot of these are impromptu, just like today. It is kind of an apology because Monday's showing of Intimidation Mountain, for some reason YouTube decided to put chat replay instead of the regular chat, and so I was sitting there while the video was going and couldn't speak to anybody. So that was kind of a downer. All right. Don't know how good it's going to look with a wood frame, considering you got a wood background, but we're going to find out. Yeah, you guys be able to see it. Okay. Anyway, with the wood background, it will look something like so. All right. I put the little white border on there just to break it up a little bit, but that's what it would look like, wood on wood, I guess. Okay. I have a black one. The black one is specifically for 11 by 15. Once again, I put the inside white border on it just to break it up a little bit, but it will look something like so with this fellow. Okay. It will probably show pretty good with the black frame, but without the inside white. Yeah, so that's what she looked like. Okie dokie. As usual, I will be taking a picture of this in a few minutes, and I'll be posting it on my Facebook page. Any inquiries or whatnot, well, thank you, Nell. Any inquiries, you hit me up on Messenger. You be well too. Be careful. Vermont. I'm just reading what Bruce has said about that green. Yes, be mindful, be careful of the green. Okay. I'm just reading the chat. Thank you guys for coming in. Let me shut this down. This is camera number 2. I appreciate it. A little bit after 2 o'clock here, where I'm at. Of course, my wire I can't get to because it's down too far. I'll get it later. I'm gonna still hook up my phone. Today's Tuesday, ironically, my next live YouTube event is tomorrow. Maybe it might be near 7 o'clock because I got some filming to do tomorrow. Yeah, so it might be more toward the... No, I have to see. I'll let you know either way. I'll put an announcement either on the community tab or I'll put it on Facebook and see totally. But I will be live on Wednesday. Wednesday is usually my days to go live on YouTube. So I shall see you hopefully then. I'll take a photo of this. I'll put it on my Facebook wall. Any comments, thumbs up, thumbs down, greatly appreciated. Any comments of how you like it, what do you think, all that good stuff. I also have really slowed down instructional videos on Home Artist Academy. It's a site in England. There's a woman there, her name is Karen Underwood, incredibly amazing florals. I mean, that's what she specializes in. Then you got Ray Riley, who is also not too bad with the florals himself. They do paint in oils. He's incredible with scenery and woodscapes and all of that. Magnificent guy, and their Zoom classes are very entertaining. It's hilarious. I'll be doing one, not this week, but I believe it's the last week of October. It'll be next week. I'll be doing a Zoom class. It'll be of a wave that I cannot even get up to show you. But it's sitting over here. As a matter of fact, yeah, and you guys get to see it right. Where are you? Actually, why am I looking at the camera when I can just look there? Anyway, that wave. That's the one I'll be doing, I do believe, next week. Can I actually push it in so you guys can see this thing? There it is. All right. But I got it up there just to keep it there, just to because I gotta put a camera there to or put it somewhere where I can show them while we're painting it. But that's it right there. Turn over a little bit. There. But that's it. That's what we'll be doing, because one of the artists really have a hard time with seascapes, and so I decided to do a wave painting. Believe it or not, that's not as difficult as you would think. All that foam and stuff, believe it or not, was done with a palette knife. Very simple. It'd be very fast. Hopefully, it will be very, very fast. We'll see. Let me draw it back a little bit. I'm bringing you guys closer. And let's push it back. All right. Swing it back over to this fella there. There we go. Almost perfect. All right. Well, thank you guys. I do appreciate it. I shall see you when I see you. Hopefully on tomorrow sometime. Until then, stay safe. Be careful. Be safe. And I'll see you next time.